this place of learning.
Welcome to this play.
A September morning, 7:30 a.m.
The beginning of the school year.
The beginning of a day.
Scene 1.
Donuts.
Chocolates.
Get your donuts.
Marvelous chocolates.
Hey, delicious.
Better than donuts.
Delicious
All
donuts.
the way,
Come
chocolate.
on, you know you want one. Come on.
Caramel chocolate.
Oh, I bought something yesterday, Celeste. I'm a teacher. I can only afford one snack a week. Victor, what's the word?
Perspicacious.
Perspicacious. Sentence, please.
The perspicacious detective was able to solve the crime immediately.
50 cents a piece. Buy one for your girlfriend.
Consider a purchase this morning, won't you?
You don't have a girlfriend? This can help with that.
One small daughter gets a pick of these fine confessions and helps support the essential program of our vastly underfunded student government.
Hey, chicks love donuts.
A sugar high and the ingredients for the democracy. That's a lot of bang for your buck.
How's business?
Slow.
I feel you. Remember when campus clubs had all the money they needed and we didn't have to do fundraisers? Yeah, me neither.
I'm losing my faith in humanity.
For real?
I mean, we live in a state that spends $52,000 for each prison inmate and $7,500 for K-12 students. Do the math.
That's what I should be doing. Math. I have a test in first period.
And instead, you're studying goals. Our fiscal priorities reflect our values as a society. Don't you guys think? I mean, how much do we really value public education?
Excuse me, Lady. Whoa, what are you doing?
Setting up the breakfast service? Running late, I know. First day?
This is our spot.
Not anymore. Who are you?
She's lunch lady Courage.
Church. That's her name?
I was working in a middle school. My first job in food service. There was a fight at lunchtime. Not that unusual. Kids were throwing oranges and I caught one like this. I walked up to the young man who threw it. He was big for 13. I said, "If you can throw this, you can eat it. You eat this orange now or I call school security."
He ate it.
I was young. My name is Anna, but they call me Courage, a local 99.
You know this lady?
She's my mom.
My oldest son, Leaf. He's mine too, so is the girl.
Some family.
I will take that as a compliment. His dad was a soldier and a vegetarian. We lost him in Baghdad in 2005.
And his dad?
Delivered dairy to an elementary school where I was working. Used to give me free samples. He looks like his papa, so we call him Queso.
And how about her?
Ah, Katrina! After.
She's your mother?
That's right. And this is our first day at this school, so I will ask you to be nice to my kids because they are new and move out of my way so I can do my job.
We have permission to be here. We are raising funds for approved school activity.
Yep.
Good for you. Said something else. Candles, maybe. Magazine subscriptions.
People like donuts.
I like donuts. Who doesn't like donuts? But you will no longer be selling competitive foods.
What?
Foods that compete with the nutritious meals served in our cafeteria or from this cart. You are in violation of district Most don't. Breakfast improves performance on standardized tests, cognitive function, focus.
And student activities lose money again.
Yep.
A successful breakfast program can potentially bring as much as 20 cents per student per day to this school's general fund to support your activities without donuts.
Hey, leave. You just do whatever your mommy says? Mom, can I hit him?
No, you may not. My children go to school where I work so I can keep an eye on them. There are bad influences.
You may be able to push your own kids around, but not us.
Yeah.
You have a bright future talking to your elders that way.
My future looks brighter than yours, lunch lady.
Heart disease, type 2 diabetes. They only need to look at what you're eating to see your future.
She sees the future. She does.
You mean like a psychic? I don't believe in that stuff.
Give me your hat, and you give me a piece of notebook paper.
This should be good.
Just for you, I'll do this for free. You lose, you dismantle this operation, end of conversation. I lose, I leave you alone.
What is she, some kind of witch?
I put one X on one piece of paper. The X stands for diet-related illness and premature death.
She leaves the other ones blank.
I put them in the hat, mix them up. You choose. Face your destiny.
This is so stupid.
He got the X.
That is so fake. You cheated.
You're cheating yourself. This is not a carnival. This is not some kind of show. This is a school. And if you want breakfast, it's grab and go. You grab a bag and go to your first period. But first you punch in your 7-digit PIN. And if you don't want breakfast, it's fine with me. But please step away from the car. Where's Lee? Where's your brother? We keep an eye on each other. We don't know this neighborhood. We don't know this school. It's all right. I know it's not your fault. It's never your fault. Queso! What are you doing?
Nothing, Mom.
Stay close. This is a brand new battlefield. This school, like all the others, is your future. The success or failure of this school is everyone's future. Whether we want to accept that fact is another matter. And yes, the food that fuels this school is a part of the story here. Everything that happens in this school, in the cafeteria and in the classroom, deserves our greatest possible investment of time, money, and attention. We are at war. We are caught in a war of unaligned missions and unjustly distributed resources. And I will not surrender my family. I will not surrender their futures. I will not surrender your future. That is what's at stake. I need you to help until the passing bell rings. Then you go straight to your first class. Understand?
Yes, Mom.
Say please.
Take only one.
Wait your turn.
Make one line.
Wash your hands.
Lower your voice.
We are the people who teach these lessons.
Did you wash your hands? Tell the truth.
We prep, cook, serve, and clean.
Yes, we do know how to cook.
We don't write the menus.
But we take the heat.
We love what we do.
Unless we don't.
We love kids.
Oh, unless it's a bad day.
We are parents ourselves.
Lunch Lady Courage is the story we tell.
Ha!
Now we get to people who will listen.
Onward!
It's a story about a school.
Not a real school.
Not this school.
It's a story about a lunch lady.
Cafeteria worker.
Not a role model.
One of us.
But not. It's a story we tell.
Is there a lesson in the story?
For now, we are the teachers.
Follow. Oh, hold on, guys. Forgot. A couple reminders before we get ready to move into the historic Coconut Grove Theater. First, please silence your cell phones and anything else that might generate noise or light during the performance. Second, we ask for no photography or video recording during the show. Third, it's the theater's policy that no food or drink are consumed inside, and we appreciate your cooperation with that. Last thing, when you get settled into your seats, please take note of the closest emergency exits, just in case. That's it. Now we're ready. Follow.
Come on, let's go.
Scene 2.
Tuesday morning.
Late October. A school year marches forward.
In a crowded hallway.
Between first and second period.
Lunch Lady Courage finds one son.
And searches for the other.
2 minutes, people! Finish your conversations and get to class, please. You'll thank me someday, I promise. What's the word, Jasmine?
Opprobrium.
Sentence, please.
If I am late to my second period class, I will receive opprobrium from my favorite teacher.
Casey,
Yes, Mom?
have you seen your big brother?
No, Mom.
He's been leaving the house before me, getting home late.
I don't know where he is, Mama. He doesn't tell me.
You're a good boy. Step inside, please, Queso, before the bell rings. He's doing better? He's here. That's more than some can say. But he's doing his work. I wouldn't go that far. I've been telling him I can talk to him. Miss Anna. Anna, you care, and I appreciate that. It helps. It matters. But you and I both have jobs to do, and there's a time and a place for every job, and this is mine. So we agree, the marigolds are a symbol. What do they symbolize? What do they represent? Okay, pull out your homework, folks. Let's see what you got. What was the assignment? Refresh my memory.
Do this worksheet.
Write a little more, please.
Do this worksheet about the story we read.
Which was
Marigolds.
by
Eugenia Collier,
about a girl. Help her out. Come on.
A black girl named Elizabeth in the South.
Marilyn, go on.
She's poor and she's unhappy and she's 15.
Almost 15.
And she gets angry and rips up the flowers from an old lady's garden. And then she feels bad about it later.
Good. This worksheet asked you to sift through the story, to look for literary devices, techniques that the author uses to make her story come alive. So, we already have a symbol, the marigolds. What do they symbolize? Anyone?
Her childhood.
something beautiful.
Okay. Any examples of imagery?
A brilliant splash of sunny yellow against the dust.
Very nice. Figurative language. Simile.
My mother's voice was like a cool dark room in the summer.
Great. Metaphor?
Memory is an abstract painting. Poverty was the cage in which we all were trapped.
Good. And T. What are some of the themes you identified? Regret.
Loss of innocence.
Growing up.
The weight of history.
Tell me more about that.
She was black. She was poor. She was growing up in the Great Depression. She and her family inherited a bullshit system. They didn't create the situation.
Miss, what's a marigold?
Seriously?
No, I mean, I know it's a flower, an orange flower. But what's it got to do with the story?
Why did the author choose marigolds? Who here has seen a marigold up close? Not just in a picture. Oh, man. That is more than slightly depressing. Marigolds are a very basic flower, people.
We have some in the school garden.
There's a school garden?
They're
That explains a lot about you.
Why don't you put your phone away once in a while? You might notice a lot of things.
Like marigolds?
You're lost.
Okay, enough. Yes, there's a school garden. It's out behind the maintenance building, next to staff parking. Maybe Mia can give you a tour if you're interested. For now, let's hand in your worksheets and take out a piece of paper. We're going to do a quick write. Here's the prompt. A moment from the past that I'd like to live again. A do-over moment. Maybe you change it. Maybe you keep it exactly the same. You have 5 minutes. Okay, so. I don't give very much homework. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So when you don't do even a little bit, you put me in a tough situation.
A moment I would like to live again.
We're coming up on midterms. I have to do a progress report.
The moment I woke up this morning and went back to sleep, which made me late for first period for the 4th time this semester.
If you're failing, I'll have to tell your mother.
You don't have to.
Well, I'm not going to lie the next time she asks, and she will ask.
A moment I'd like to change is every moment I tell myself I can't do something.
I'll do some extra credit.
You don't need extra credit. You need credit.
I'll write a book report or something.
A moment I would change is last night, when my mom was screaming at me for no reason like she does all the time. I know she loves me, but I screamed back.
It's worth a try. What book?
I don't know. Any book.
I was sitting on the couch watching TV, and that's how I heard that my father had gotten deported. I would change that moment.
My personal collection. Knock yourself out. That's a play, you know. You ever read a play?
Yeah.
And not an easy one.
You think I can't read this?
I think you can. Surprise vocabulary quiz tomorrow, folks, so don't act surprised. And bring your essays, whatever you've got so far. And if you don't have anything, then that's your homework.
You really gonna read that?
Very cool choice, man.
If he's not doing his work, I need to know. Ms. Anna, Queso is still quite new to this school.
Why did you pick that book?
He was a Marxist, you know. Marxism is a very useful paradigm.
I need to know if he's on track. He'll find his way. Give him some time.
He was down for the workers for sure.
He can't fail in class. He can't fall behind. On track for what, may I ask? A through G, all the requirements?
Complacency was the enemy. He wrote plays to wake people up.
If your son is failing my class, I promise I will contact you. Will you do something for me? Will you remain open to the possibility that a 4-year college is not right for everyone? You don't know my son. You're right, I want to. I want to know what he wants to do.
Not just to entertain, to get people to see. Not just to feel, see social injustice, leave the theater, and then go do something about it.
He needs the best teachers. The best teacher. Well, I work with what I'm given. Bigger classes each year, more furlough days, 10th graders reading at maybe a 5th grade level. Are you a parent? No, I'm not. And I'm not a magician, and I'm not a hero. I'm a teacher. And I'm good at what I do.
Why did you pick that book?
It was the skinniest one on the shelf.
So am I. Okay.
I'm not hungry, Mama.
You will be. Have you seen your big brother?
No, Mom.
I'll see you at lunch. I'll see you all at lunch.
Damn! I'm glad my mom doesn't work here.
Dude, I would transfer or drop out.
Do you even know what the play is about?
Dude, you're never gonna read that.
In this masterpiece of struggle and survival, a remarkable woman rolls her cart of provisions through a landscape of war, trying to achieve the
Reconcilable.
irreconcilable aims of earning a living and keeping her family alive.
Only an incompetent general needs brave soldiers. If a general knows what he's doing, his soldiers don't need to be brave. Anytime heroism is required, well, that's a sure sign someone has seriously screwed up. So this is your choice of extracurricular activity?
I get PE credits.
Your father was a soldier.
I don't remember him.
Wonder what he would do.
It's JROTC, Mama, not Afghanistan.
You don't know the future. You don't know where this will lead.
I know this is a good place for me. I know I got friends, respect. I know that I'm learning things.
You don't know anything. I love you.
On June 4th, 1946, President Harry S. Truman signed the National School Lunch Act.
It was a measure of national security to safeguard the health and well-being of the nation's children and to encourage the domestic consumption of nutritious agricultural commodities.
From the beginning, school food has been about more than one thing.
Hungry children, yes. Children are always hungry.
And national security. Too many young men were rejected from the military in World War II because of medical conditions caused by poor childhood nutrition.
And agricultural subsidies. Why does the Department of Agriculture run the National School Lunch Program and not the Department of Education?
My first job was in elementary, the same school I went to. At first it was just a job, a union job. I took the test, got hired.
The test is English, math, reading recipes, following instructions. The math is making measurements, adjusting for batch cooking. So you're making 800 coffee cakes. How much water?
I started as a rover, a part-time sub. I'm permanent now, which is really good. I wanted a schedule that let me spend time with my kids.
I love being around kids. The whole neighborhood is always at my house.
In elementary, you really teach.
Oh, you teach in high school, too. Take off that hat, young man, in the cafeteria. It's a sign of respect.
And would you use that language in your mother's kitchen? Well, then don't use it here.
Right.
But in elementary, you're teaching students their names. At the point of service, you're checking their last name. Some little ones don't know their name or their classroom. What's your name, little one?
My daddy calls me baby.
That's not your name, sweetheart. You are Jessica Gonzalez, and you're in room 7. Parents need to teach that stuff.
My kid's that age. He knows his name, his address, and my phone number. Just saying, my kids know what they need to know.
Public education is a social contract.
We all carry a piece of it.
Food is basic.
Food is part of the school day.
Not an interruption. Lunch! Scene 3.
On lunchtime in November.
Lunch Lady Courage makes a choice.
Shouldn't you be in history?
He let us out early.
I need you to look over your sister.
Mom.
I am at work. She will not be unsupervised. First lunch is any minute.
Okay, Mama.
You're honest. Not a risk taker like your brother. It's a great comfort to me. One battle at a time.
It's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. And it's longer than I thought. The printing is really small. It's about a mother and 3 children. I don't really know. There is no father. Anyway, there's this war a long time ago, and she goes around selling stuff to soldiers, trying to stay in business. 2 boys, 1 girl. I don't really know. It's kind of hard to tell. The daughter hasn't said anything yet, but then again, I haven't read that much.
Good afternoon, lunch ladies and lunch gentlemen.
Good afternoon to you, young lady.
Take off your hat. So, what's for lunch?
Today we have the teriyaki chicken and brown rice bowl, seasonal fruit, and your choice of low-fat white milk option, including lactose-free.
Chicken again. Ugh, this is like the 4th time this week.
Ugh, it's only Tuesday. Don't exaggerate.
Students, the harvest of the month is Swiss chard. We're offering small samples of cooked chard on a first-come basis at lunch today. You early birds have a treat in store.
Looks like seaweed.
Try. Don't be someone who won't even try. One bite and your whole bowl gets a little bigger.
I know you don't want one, but please take one anyway. It's fruit. It won't kill you. 1 milk only, please. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to remind you of the system here. As high school students, I might assume you would be fully aware of the system, but I will be happy to refresh your memory. Meals offered consist of 5 food components. Protein, by which we mean meat or meat alternate. Grain or whole grain bread. Vegetable. Sometimes 2 or solids are combined into one surface item. Fruit and milk. In order to qualify as a fully reimbursable meal by the federal government, you are required to select at least 3 out of the 5 food components. Otherwise, the school loses money, I lose my job, and you will have to hear the same boring lecture from someone else tomorrow. Are we clear?
Yes. Queso, your mom is like lunch ninja.
I come to the cafeteria just to watch.
How do you live with that?
You gonna eat?
Not usually. I trust my senses. If it smells nasty, I'll pass. You?
I'm good. I'm really good.
I see. So what is on the menu today at Diego Unified?
Glad you asked. Today, we have a freshly prepared torta with 2 pieces of sugar-cured ham, fresh heirloom tomato, bib lettuce, mayo, queso fresco, and aguacate. Jalapenos available on request. Queso, you hungry? $3 each. 2 for a first-time customer.
No thanks.
How about your sister?
No, she's good.
How much do you make on a good day?
My mom and I make 20 tortas. I'm usually sold out by 3rd period. Slow day today. I started the torta business when both my parents went out of work. I still give all the money to my mom. At first she was like, no, necesitas poner atención en la escuela. The money's money, right? Some people say, why don't you do chicken tortas? Why don't you have chipotle sauce? I say, hell no. I've got to make a profit.
You ever been caught?
Yeah, once. The first time you just get a warning.
What about the next time?
Well, officially, the next time, they take what you have. Then a parent conference, then they kick you out of school. But, off the record, I'm pretty sure I can stay in business if I get caught again. If I give the front office a 50% cut. They are desperate, man. Queso, you sure?
Leave him alone. Can't you see he's working on his book report?
Whoa. We told you we can't do anything without principal approval.
This idea will not cost you any money. This idea will save you money.
We have adequate trash receptacles.
This is for food waste. I'm just asking if you can put 1 can right next to the others.
Then what?
And I take it away at the end of every lunch. I take the 1 can of food waste to the vermicomposting bin I'm starting with the garden.
Vermi what?
Using worms to process waste into compost that we can use here or we can sell.
Worms?
Worm bins are the perfect place to study healthy ecosystems.
We create a lot more food waste than that every day.
We'll start small. I just want this much.
I'll bring it up with the manager. I'm sure there's some rule against it.
What is can for the custodians to carry?
I understand.
A worm bin is a community. Millions of creatures are dependent on one another for survival. This school could learn a lot from worms.
Mia, is everything okay? Bring your trash can over here and talk to me for a minute.
Oh shit! That girl crazy!
Worms.
Well, gentlemen, I still have 4 more tortas to sell before 5th period.
You seriously gonna ditch all this entertainment to go make $12 bucks?
$12 is $12.
$60 a day? That's like what I spend at Starbucks.
Didn't know I was hanging out with a rich guy.
Not rich, just smart. You know, there are other ways of making money, right?
I gotta go.
Let me walk with you. You're welcome to join us, Book Report. You know how to keep a secret, right?
What, Katrina? I'll be right back. What are you trying to say, sister? Damn, I wish you had words. I'll be gone for a few minutes. You'll be okay. I gotta go.
All I want is the juice. I can't just give you the juice.
I'm just going to throw the rest of it away.
You know the rules.
What? Are you trying to make me fat?
Exactly the opposite.
Whatever. I'll eat 2 lunches. Or 10. I'm so depressed.
He's not worth it. Trust me.
What are you talking about, lunch lady?
Well, this is about a boy, isn't it?
Of course it's about a boy. His name is Christian. I got his text when I was on the bus this morning. I should have stayed on the bus.
Christian again. I thought you were done with him.
I wish.
Well, don't share the details. Not in front of my daughter.
She's the one who should hear. Make her think twice about falling in love.
No one thinks when they fall in love.
I thought he would be different, you know? I mean, with a name like that, Christian, how can you not be nice? Like I'm supposed to know he has a girlfriend at his old school. You'll find out. Skinny guys are the worst. But the sad thing is, I really loved her.
Don't forget your hat.
Throw it in the trash. Recycle it. Whatever.
You can learn something from her. Love is a powerful force. Good or terrible. And even when it's great, it's not easy. He says he wants to worship the ground you walk. Pretty soon, it's you on the ground, flat on your back. Be glad you can't talk. You can't tell a lie, or go back on your word, or regret what you say in a moment of anger. Your silence is a gift from God.
Mom, I need money.
Did you eat?
Field trip this afternoon. The bus is waiting.
Did you eat?
You signed the trip slip, remember? I bought a torta from some kid.
So what do you need the money for?
Emergencies, snacks, beverages. What if I get dehydrated?
You should be ashamed, taking advantage of a mother's love.
Thanks, Mom. Hey, sister.
How much did you give him? $1. Wow. Well, if he can afford to buy black market torches at $3 a piece, he doesn't need my money. You run a tight ship. I know what I know. I have parents coming in here to complain about the food we serve all the time. I say, do you know what your kids are eating? What do they say? They say, yes. Amigo, did you eat lunch at school today? And the kid says, no, the food sucks. And then that same mother will come say to me, my son says you're charging $5 for a school lunch. This is in a provision to school where everyone's getting lunch for free. I say, ma'am, you need to find out what your son is using the money for. I have kids. They will lie to get money from their parents.
Yeah, I say to parents, you should come to parent night, and some say, what parent night? Kids do have a way of controlling the flow of information. Mia, she's okay. She's passionate. Sometimes she feels like she's not being heard.
What are you doing here? Faculty dining's much quieter.
Oh, well, way less interesting. Plus, they ran out of forks.
You usually eat lunch in your room, that's what I hear.
Depends.
I hear your room is where to go for a bag of hot Cheetos at lunchtime.
Where did you hear that?
Kids talk.
I'm not selling anything. It's students for student activities.
It's your room. It sends a message.
What message is that?
Respect. Or rather, the opposite of respect. Every kid
kid who buys lunch in your room is one less kid getting a decent meal in here. They can get the same chips at the liquor store across the street. This is a school. I doubt that what's happening in my classroom is the reason why students aren't eating lunch in the cafeteria. Maybe not the only reason. You have no idea what that money is used for. The few dollars that students make selling a few bags of Cheetos in my room, that money goes to very important things. I believe you. And you want to talk about respect? You're talking to a teacher here. One who never unpacks all her boxes in the fall because she figures she'll be pink-slipped in the spring. One who's constantly fighting for space, fighting for materials, trying to teach in my content area while also meeting a list of needs that gets longer every year. Preparing students for jobs for a world that none of us can possibly anticipate. Expected to fix problems that extend far beyond a high school curriculum. And do it in 4 years. And do it because you care. It's a job that everyone thinks they could do better, whether they've ever done it or not. And for that, I get a trip to TJ to get dental work I can afford because it's not covered by my insurance.
Sounds like we have the same dental program.
We probably do.
We work in the same school. I know you're a good teacher.
Why does it feel like we're on different teams? Katrina, what the hell are you doing? You want to break your ankle? Are you trying to look like that girl now? Is she your role model?
Where is your brother?
I told him to stay here. I told him not to leave you alone. Sit down and take off those shoes.
Try to keep your children safe. I go to work for you. I don't ask that much of you. None of you have any idea the kind of danger that is out there. Do you know what can happen to a young girl if she doesn't know how to handle herself? You want where I had? Here. Hide your light under a bushel. Nothing will happen to you while you're wearing one of those.
Lunch lady! Your boy! Your boy! Your son!
Your son, I have two.
The younger one!
Not the soldier.
The other one!
Okay, so what happened?
They stopped him!
Who stopped him?
Kinsel was with 2 other guys. I saw them joking, pushing each other around.
Wait.
And then one of the guys pulls out a big wad of money. Paper money, dollar bills, and he's waving it at Kinsel. Kinsel kept pushing him away, but the guy kept waving it. And then the campus cops show up.
Oh, God.
The cops put the 3 boys up against the wall. They start checking the backpacks. They find the store desk that Diego sells, and they throw them in the trash. But they also find something else.
What?
I couldn't tell what it was.
Whose bag was it in?
I couldn't tell. It happened so fast.
I told him to stay here. I told him to stay out of trouble.
If you want to go, I'll explain to your manager.
No. I'm at work. He needs to take responsibility.
Well, I'll go then. Somebody has to make sure those boys are okay. Did you see him?
It's okay. It'll be okay. I'll check on your brother later. Right now I'm at work. No, not now. He needs to learn to listen to me, to stay away from bad influences. I'll go after work.
We try so perfectly and guardedly to learn your lessons, good from bad. We try instinctively, wholeheartedly to give them what we never had.
So will you leave, and will you come through, or will you leave me just like you left?
I don't understand what you want me to be. So would your life be better without me? Did I ruin your dreams and what you wanted to be? And what about tomorrow? And tomorrow and tomorrow? How can I be there when you fall and when you stumble? When you cry and when you fumble, making sure you never crumble? And what about tomorrow? And tomorrow and tomorrow?
It's okay, little sister. I'm okay. I got suspended for 3 days. It could have been worse. Victor's getting expelled. He tried to make them think that the stuff belonged to me, but they didn't believe him. So, why are you suspending me, I asked, if I did nothing wrong? To give you some time to think, son. Think of some of the choices that got you into this situation. We're gonna have to call your mother, they said. Better wait, I said. She doesn't like to be bothered while she's at work. It's cool though. It'll give me time to read. I've read this far. The mother stays in business no matter what happens. The war has been going on for years and years. The daughter still can't talk. And the younger son, not the soldier, the honest but stupid son, he dies at the end of scene 3.
Scene 4.
Too fat to fight.
A few years ago, a group of retired military leaders wrote a report to Congress called Too Fat to Fight.
Back in the day, the soldiers were hungry.
Underfed. They were underfed.
They were too weak to pass an Army physical, so Harry Truman signed that law, and school food for all became the American way.
Nowadays, the soldiers are too fat.
Obesity.
Obesity is the #1 reason for the medical disqualification of recruits. Almost 30%.
President Obama signed the Healthy, Hunger-Free Kids Act of 2010.
The changes were good ones, long overdue.
Updated nutrition standards.
Fewer vending machines and more fresh water in school.
More access.
More access to free lunch in low-income communities.
Just like in 1946, if you want to change school food, it doesn't hurt to have the military on your side.
We are a country of abundance and a country of waste.
A country of wealth and a country of want.
The hardest part of my job is the stuff I throw away. At the end of the day, I'm throwing away sometimes 100 salads, and I'm looking at it as I'm throwing the stuff away, and it takes me some time, you know. And as I'm throwing this stuff away, I'm thinking about the hungry kids. Even some of the chubby ones are starving. You know what I mean? And I say, God, I'm sorry to be throwing away good food, but if I don't, I'll get fired.
Like we said, this is scene 4.
It's January, right after winter break.
We're in the school garden now. This is California. You can grow stuff in January.
They started this garden a few years ago with some money from a foundation.
They broke up some of the pavement, brought in some topsoil and some railroad ties.
This was somebody's dream a few years ago.
Now it's a little sad.
Now it needs a little water and a lot more love. Use your finger to make the hole. The carrot seeds go 1/4 of an inch deep.
These seeds are so little.
3 seeds in each hole. Before you cover up the seeds with soil, make sure you put in a little bit of this. We're amending the soil. We're making it better because city soil sort of sucks.
What is this stuff?
Ah, worm castings.
Say what?
Like worm poop.
Hell no!
You can't make us do all this nasty stuff, Mia.
Golden.
You may be cool walking around all dirty, but obviously I'm not.
Do you know how much these jeans cost?
It's just dirt. It washes out.
What did you do?
What do you mean?
You must have done something really bad. Do you have to do this every day?
Look, I'm not the one in after-school detention. You are.
You mean you do this because you want to?
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Good. Do you have any other shoes you can wear?
When they said I was assigned to campus beautification, I thought I would be like decorating.
For the workers,
recycling was against district policy.
I'm always getting in trouble for something.
Oh, thanks. You two can go. I'll say you were here the full hour.
That's okay.
Suit yourself.
It's Thursday. Is he coming?
Yes.
I'll definitely stay.
I've never been over to this part of campus before.
We don't get many visitors.
Looks like you had a lot of help today.
They sent down a bunch of kids on 1 hour after school detention. It's gardening as punishment. How's that for a motivator? I told the principal I need help if this garden is going to survive. And he sends me a bunch of knuckleheads in 3-inch heels. He sends the kids whose favorite vegetable is Oprah. Know what I'm saying?
That's what you get for being a leader.
This garden should be a real part of the school. A cool place to be. Not a wasteland for screw-ups and losers. Hey! I'm sorry.
Save your voice. No one important can hear you.
I'm gonna keep talking until graduation.
That's a long time.
I'm a senior. This garden is my legacy.
Fancy.
I'm not doing this for myself. I'm out of here in August. I got a great offer from my second choice school, and I'm moving to the East Coast for the next 4 years. This garden is for the future of the neighborhood, and for the kids who will walk through the school in years to come. A school without a garden is an injustice, and injustice is something I personally cannot live with.
Oh, really? Injustice is a problem for you. That must make your life pretty unpleasant.
You wouldn't understand.
Educate me.
When I was in 9th grade here, there was a science teacher, Mr. Emmons, who wanted to put in a school garden. At first, the principal said no, rodents. Then Mr. Emmons got a grant, and the principal changed his mind. And when I came back for 10th grade, Mr. Emmons was gone.
But the garden was still here.
Everything had died over the summer.
And that's when you took over.
I went to so many teachers. I said, how can you use this garden in your classes?
And?
They're all maxed out. They already do much more than they're paid for.
You'll graduate, go off to college, move on to other concerns.
You think I'm not serious about this?
I think your anger is short-term. You need a long-term anger. The kind of change you're talking about will take a long time.
Today, I am the king of compost.
Diego had a good day?
Diego had a great day. Look at this. Coffee grounds, banana peels, orange peels, some other kind of peels, and a bunch of egg cartons.
Nice. Diego helps me. He rides around the neighborhood on Thursday afternoons. He collects kitchen garbage for the composting bin.
Hi, Diego.
The neighbor ladies love him because he's cute and he's polite.
What's up with that?
I feel kind of bad for exploiting his youthful charms. The compost is serious. The neighbor ladies wrap up their garbage all pretty just for Diego.
I have another pickup. Senora Ramos makes me brownies.
Can I help you?
I'll be right back.
I want to help.
You sure?
Yeah, teach me.
Okay.
I told my parents about this garden. They said, Mija, we came here so you wouldn't have to work in the dirt. Latino parents see their kids in the garden, they say this is field work. Kids start to own that stuff, you know? We've lost the ability to produce food for ourselves, and the concrete schoolyards just get bigger.
I've noticed.
They're building all these new schools, you know. All sustainable architecture, LEED certified, solar panels, energy efficient lighting. Architects, developers, engineers all get rich. But no budget for gardens. Who makes money after people being healthy, right?
Right.
Put a city kid in a school garden and watch her reconnect to culture. Gardens create, even when the economy sucks. Gardens bring order, even when the neighborhood is chaos. you smiling?
Just thinking.
Are you laughing at me?
Just remembering when I was young and angry.
I have a vision for this place.
I know you do.
4 years isn't a very long time. I will be back.
Of course you will.
Over there. A monarch butterfly habitat. Milkweed. We rip up part of the parking lot and give space to any teacher or kid who wants to grow. Any subject can be taught in the school garden. Not just science and math. Ancient history. We can recreate Egyptian irrigation systems. Art classes. We can grow some plants for cloth fiber. Business skills. We can get our certified grower status and sell our stuff at the farmer's market. Hey, maybe we can even grow some stuff for the cafeteria.
We serve 1,000 meals a day.
Grow some of the food. We start small.
It all sounds good.
But impossible. I know there's no quick fix. What fired you up, lunch lady? Back when you were young and angry.
Everything.
What happened?
Life. I downsized my expectations.
But you still want stuff, right? Stuff you don't have? Stuff you don't see?
Of course.
Like?
I'd like to take a class or two, learn something new.
Cool. You should do that.
Katrina!
She found the worm.
Katrina, come over here.
It's okay. Worms are very clean.
Oh, we have to go.
She's gentle. She gets it. Everything you do in a garden has to be done with love. Thanks for the giant bag of stinky cafeteria food waste.
Oh, we'll put it in the dumpster if you don't want it. Let's go, Katrina.
No. Leave it. I love it.
You should only draw your sword if you're ready to fight. And if your anger is big enough. Is your anger big enough?
Ask a cafeteria worker which they'd rather have, more pay or more respect.
Respect.
More pay. Definitely more pay. Respect don't pay the rent.
This job is hard. If you don't think so, you don't know what you do.
We lift heavy boxes, big trays.
You're moving fast because you're understaffed.
You can cut yourself, slip and fall, burn yourself.
You can always tell a cafeteria worker by the burn marks on their forearms.
The students can be, well, vocal.
This food sucks, mister. This food's nasty.
I say, tell the manager, email the director of food services.
And take off your hat.
Next, we put the children first.
That's the job.
Even when the children are 18 years old.
If we're low on meals one day, I'll go without eating or take from the faculty line. We know that what we're serving may be the only thing a child eats that day.
One student we feed twice.
But we don't talk about it, because you're not supposed to do that.
But this student's parents don't have a lot of money.
No.
So our manager tells us to give him 2 meals instead of 1, because he probably won't eat till the next day.
Scene 5.
A February afternoon.
A crowded hallway between advisory and 5th period. Lunch lady Courage takes a stand.
and you get the good stuff in my room for half the price of the student store. We all get to decide what to use the money for, and if anyone asks, you did not get them from me! Are we all on the same page here?
Yeah. Totally.
Okay, so, you feeling all right?
Yeah, why?
You're 5 minutes early for my class.
My mom's looking for me.
I see, shelter from the storm.
She's been on me more than ever after getting suspended.
Well, I used to hide from my parents in my brother's treehouse.
What?
I grew up in the suburbs. So how's the book report coming?
I'm still reading that play.
It's a long play. Are you enjoying it?
A lot of it's about war. People talking about it, dying from it, making money off it.
What's the point, in your opinion?
I don't really know. War's bad. War's gonna happen anyway, so you might as well make money off it. There's one guy who says, war satisfies all needs. That's the whole secret of its appeal. War's like love. It finds a way.
Interesting.
Can I buy a bag of, before class?
50 cents. You know where they are. You have about 3 minutes before class starts. And I do not want to see orange fingerprints anywhere. And queso, you're off to a good start this semester. Keep it up.
Thanks, miss.
Oh, we're just about to start class.
He did his homework? I checked it.
Good.
I don't want to go through that again.
Teenagers are resilient. They get suspended, they learn, they move on.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about failing your class.
He's doing much better. We're starting fresh this semester.
Now he's behind. He has to make up the credit.
He can do it.
Unless you fail him this semester, too.
Do the homework, study for the test, and write the essays, and you will pass my class. He did not do any of that last fall.
Mama, not now.
There are reasons, you know. Good reasons. The junk you sell is killing us.
Mama.
Maybe you can adjust your perspective. Maybe you can acknowledge that you might not know the whole story.
If I have to report you to the district, I will.
You don't have to do that. Yes, we sell a few bags of Cheetos during advisory. Yes, they are crap food. But if you knew what that money is being used for, you might see that the challenges are way more complex than you realize.
As you say, we both have jobs to do. Maybe you can focus more on teaching and less on selling. Let's go, Katrina. Katrina! She'll be okay. Wish I knew what goes on in her head. All I want is to get me and my children through this war.
That's good period, people. Move along. Get to where you need to be.
Do you want me to leave you alone? I have a teacher who gives out extra credit if you never use the bathroom pass. So basically, you get a better grade if you learn how to hold your bladder. See, if you really have to go, your friends try to make you laugh, which is horrible. You know, I say screw the extra credit. If you gotta go, you gotta go. I mean, I don't have to go right now. I just came to see if you're okay. Do you ever talk? Well, my mom is a little bit crazy too. I don't know if that helps, but it's true. Well, anyway,
amongst the mirror. But during class time, it's peaceful. Mostly. Anyways, see ya.
Oh, baby!
My boyfriend's mother usually takes the baby. I take the bus to her house, drop off the baby in the morning, but today I got a text at lunch. Cece is so fussy. Can we come to see you? You know, sometimes a baby needs her mommy. My teachers are pretty cool about it, as long as it doesn't happen too much. They can be pretty flexible. It means I'll graduate on time. Do you know how hard it is to find a place to change a baby in the school?
No.
Well, it is. Anyway, see ya.
Is she okay?
Well, you...
I thought these would cheer you up. I know you like them. I asked your mom because I didn't want her to get mad at you, and she said it was okay. So take them. I have a lot of shoes. Anyway, see ya. Who do I see in the mirror? I see a girl. I see a girl who doesn't get enough sleep.
I see a girl who is stressed out most of the time.
I see a girl who's really bummed out when they cut the band program 2 years ago.
I see a mommy.
I see someone who feels weak and undisciplined if I eat more than I wanted to.
I see someone who procrastinates.
Someone taking 4 APs.
Someone who is hungry.
Someone who eats when she's bored.
Someone who is really happy to get free condoms in Mr. Hawkins' class.
Someone who runs home from school so she won't gain weight.
Someone who wishes her boyfriend didn't leave his mouth open.
Someone who loves her friends.
Someone who wants to feel accomplished.
Someone who is writing a kick-ass research paper on the feminist symbolism of the pomegranate in ancient Greece.
Stars at night and comedy, new members of my family, taking care of a new baby. These are beautiful things to me. When you fall into love.
be honest if kids act. This is good, this is not my favorite, but it won't kill you.
I bring my own lunch. But you know, the food's a lot healthier than it used to be. They made a lot of changes, and we understand why.
But kids have to want to eat it.
Anything resembling a burger is pretty popular. The teriyaki bowl.
Anything with rice, beans, and cheese goes over pretty well.
But you try making a low-fat, low-sodium tamale that actually tastes good.
The kids are like, this sort of tastes like what my mom makes, but not really. So, I don't like it.
These kids know what pozole is supposed to taste like.
The pozole wasn't so popular.
We don't do pozole anymore.
Cell phones off, backpacks down, jackets on, then Hernandez. Suit up, then wash up.
Go to your assigned stations and review your assignments.
Scene 6.
A March morning, 3rd period.
We're in the kitchen of the culinary arts program.
Lunch Lady Courage is here to learn.
I am student chef Maria.
And I'm student chef Tony.
And together, we represent the best and brightest of high school cuisine.
Maria is a 2-time second place team leader in LA County Team Chef Challenge.
Losing to San Marino both times.
It's okay, baby.
Tony has been accepted into one of the nation's top culinary institutes and will begin his studies there this fall.
Maybe.
Definitely.
We don't know, Maria.
We will figure something out. We will.
Anyways, we know you all have work assignments, so let's get started.
Any questions before we begin?
Yeah. Are you two like dating?
Yes.
Yeah.
We do have a personal relationship. We are known in some circles as the Beyonce and the Jay-Z of the high school culinary.
But we never let that interfere with our professional behavior in the kitchen. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Right. We have a guest.
My name is Anna. I work here in the cafeteria.
We know! Lunch Lady Courage.
I work with food, but I know there's a lot I don't know, so today I'm a student.
Can someone explain the assignment for lunch? Anna?
We are creating regionally inspired salads that meet USDA and district guidelines.
We're transforming school food.
I see.
Okay, we are in the Middle East today.
Today we'll be preparing fattoush salad with grilled marinated chicken and whole wheat pita.
Baking, we have to finish the bread this period.
Garbanger, get to work on those cucumbers, please.
And check your mise en place for the dressing. Mint, oil, garlic, lemon, sumac, and molasses.
What? Sumac?
Look it up. Aerate the flour as you pour it into the measuring cup. Don't just stick the cup in the bag.
We're going for a julienne on those cucumbers. That's long, thin strips.
When we're done, we'll have a complete meal. One that meets the standards for a federally reimbursable school lunch.
Less than 850 calories.
Less than 10% calories from saturated fats.
Less than 1,400 milligrams of sodium.
Superior taste, wonderful presentation, and prepared with the exact same ingredients available to school food service.
And no extra cost.
Except for the labor. You're all working for free. You know how much it would cost to prepare every school lunch like this?
We know this isn't exactly like the cafeteria.
We're trying to show what's possible.
By ignoring reality.
By teaching a new generation to appreciate and demand good food.
Cooking is self-determination.
Ambitious.
We shouldn't try.
We start small. We start here.
Why don't you eat in the cafeteria? Tell me.
Some of us do.
But most of you don't. Some of you I've never seen before, and I have a good memory for faces.
It smells weird.
It's too noisy.
Not enough time.
Because my friends don't.
If we served food
Yes?
I don't believe you. I think you'd rather have a cheeseburger.
No, I'm a vegetarian.
Most of you. We get blamed for teenage tastes. What you want is not what you need.
We're not all the same, you know.
I'm sorry, but teenagers do not care about sodium. They don't. They don't see themselves old, sick. Young people don't think about mortality.
So there's nothing you can do better? You're all good and we're the problem?
I know we have problems. I know we can do things better.
Okay.
We're too big. We should be using knives to cut vegetables, not open boxes. There are walls around the cafeteria. We don't make parents feel welcome. We don't make students feel welcome. We're afraid. Every time there's a slow news day, someone is making complaints about school food.
Why did you come to this class, lunch lady?
To learn. To cook. To really cook. I don't have the skills to cook like this.
Okay, so let's cook.
Sausages upon my lips and cookies coming to my tongue for having tasted me complaints. It's delicious. Chili cheese, tortilla, rice, a cup of noodles. I love noodles, mac and cheese, if you please. It's delicious.
Now let it be proclaimed that not everything delicious is a drink or a food.
Lest they remain unnamed, I will contemplate, collaborate, elaborate, think, and conclude.
A sunset is delicious, 3.0 is delicious, running fresh is delicious, it's delicious, it's delicious. A shower is delicious, and success is delicious, simply life is delicious, it's delicious, it's delicious. Sleeping is a treat for me and talking of its flavors from the cappuccino to the it's delicious. Anchalupa, Tapalupa, alcohol, pizza, water, it's delicious.
Cupcakes, small and cute and decorated and made for one person, so you don't have to share it.
Putting on your favorite pair of boxers or boxer briefs, or whatever underneath, so you can underwear it.
Motivation is delicious. Our diploma is delicious. It's delicious. It's delicious. Helping others is delicious. Loving friendship is delicious. Our whole family is delicious. It's delicious. It's delicious. Delicious and luscious and scrumptious. Excuse me if I get too bumptious. Challenges upon my lips and cookies coming to my tongue for heads. Give me a kiss. It's delicious. Chili cheese, tortillas, rice, and cup of noodles. I love noodles, mac and cheese, if you please. It's delicious. Tickle me and sweet and sour every hour. Make it sour and let me start. It's delicious. Mac and cheese and treat for me and chocolate milk. Flavors to the cappuccinos, Puerto it's delicious. Anchalupa, Tapalupa, mango, guava, pizza, guava, tina, shama, make it delicious. It's delicious. It's delicious. It's delicious. It's delicious.
Little brother, I need your help.
I don't have any money.
Help with mom. I talked to a recruiter today.
Okay.
I made a commitment. I signed the papers. I go to basic 2 days after graduation.
You can't just leave me
I'm
here.
18. I can do what I want. There are weekend trainings starting now. I'll be gone overnight. I need your help with Mom where I am.
What am I supposed to say?
Tell her I got a job. Which is the truth.
There are other ways to make money for college.
It's not about that. I don't even know if I'm ready for college. I want to be a part of something. I want to serve. I want to learn stuff and see stuff. I want to go to Italy.
Damn, Lee. This isn't Black Ops 2, you know.
I know it is. It's a challenge. It's me trying to walk a straight line with all these people pulling at me. I mean, sure, they say it doesn't hurt to want to blow stuff up, but that's not what this is about. Are we cool? Are we cool?
More scratch cooking.
We hear that a lot.
People want schools to be cooking from scratch, from fresh, local ingredients.
Like you would at home.
If you cook at home. But more fresh ingredients means more storage, more workspace, more equipment, more skilled staff. Cooking is hard. Some people don't want to work that hard. And for years, schools have been trying to save money by cutting back on cooking with fresh ingredients. Now, some of the school kitchens are out of date, or the new ones weren't built with home cooking in mind. We work for a district that serves over 700,000 students a day. It's more than the population of Vermont. Scratch cooking in every school. Double the reimbursement, double the staff, double the equipment, then we'll talk.
Scene 7.
We're on a stretch of sidewalk a few blocks from school.
We're leaving the campus for this one scene. It's an April evening in the neighborhood.
It's on this block. You couldn't have done this in the daylight? You didn't have to come. I wanted to see for myself.
Ay, mamacita! Dame un beso!
He's okay. He's drunk, not dangerous.
You know him.
No, but I am an excellent judge of character.
So you've been safer in the day.
I thought you were lunch lady Courage.
Courage, not careless. Look, this is where my students live. This is their neighborhood.
It's pretty safe here. The people are cool, pretty much. It's the cars you have to watch out for.
I told you I was going to drop off a check. You said you wanted to come. To see something good come from something bad. Well, here it is. A bank check for $600.
That's like 1,000 bag hot Cheetos.
The senior class got to vote on what to spend the money on, and they decided to use it to help someone. It was their idea.
Second choice was a chocolate fountain. I'm wrong.
We're giving the money to a senior who needs it, and needs it now.
He's okay. He's a recycler. Señor, mire, ese basurero no tiene candado.
Gracias.
There's nothing scary about a reciclador. It's just a regular working person. Just like me. Just like you, right, lunch lady Courage?
My work is legal. Hola, señora. It's Miss Morgan from La Escuela. I have something to give you.
She's coming down.
I thought you were expelled from school.
I was. I'll go back in the fall.
Why? If you're so successful in business.
There are some things I like about school. History. I really like history.
Why?
I have a really good teacher, Mr. Gomez. He makes us think.
About?
About our woe in this so-called democracy. About what it means to be an active citizen and a non-citizen. About the abuse of workers throughout history and the ways we dehumanize them. About art as a form of resistance.
What is the $600 for?
You know what deferred action is, right? There's this kid, a senior. He's done everything right. He hasn't pulled any of the shit I have. He's already been accepted to a great school. And he needs to apply for scholarships. He needs a work permit. He needs a freaking driver's license.
Victor, I need my translator.
No sé cómo agradecerle. Discúlpame si me pongo a llorar.
We're very proud of Tony.
Estamos muy orgullosos de Tony.
And we hope that things work out for him.
Porque uno de esos días queremos comer en su restaurante.
Yo también. Mira, mira.
Le estoy enseñando a cocinar.
Tiene mucha paciencia.
Tony's teaching her how to cook.
You've only got one mom, you know.
Estoy comiendo por mi hijo. Ya no tomo soda. Cada tarde salgo a caminar por 1 hora y los martes hago zumba.
Now she actually cooks real food. She doesn't order out.
Diabetes. Te cambia la vida, ¿sabes? Mi papá, mi hermana y mi hermano, todos lo tenían.
They all had it.
Yo miraba a mi papá inyectarse antes de cada comida todos los días.
My dad,
Es algo que él no quería para mí. Siempre me decía, no tomes gaseosas, toma agua.
I told her, no
No
sauce,
quieres
just
terminar
water.
como yo.
You don't want that like me.
Well, We hope that Tony will remember us when he's a famous chef.
Yo quiero mucho mi comunidad. Yo quiero trabajar aquí.
Gracias por ayudar a mi hijo. Ustedes son personas muy especiales.
Yes, thanks. See you at school, okay?
Gracias. Adiós.
Tony's a high achiever. He'll be okay. It's the average undocumented kid that worries me more. What is the incentive to stay in school when your only career option is unloading trucks or maybe a job at Burger King?
Or McDonald's, or Pollo Loco, or Jack, or Yoshinoya, Little Caesar, Winchell's, or Subway.
Where's Katrina?
She was right here.
¡Váyanse! ¡Váyanse, cabrones! ¡Déjala en paz!
What happened? What did they do?
Me preguntó si podía ayudar. Solo estaba tratando de ayudar.
She was just trying to help.
It's okay. It's just a flesh wound. I can put a bandage on it. By next week, it'll be gone.
My mother said, go into something having to do with food. You'll always have a job.
My mother was a cafeteria worker. She went back to work when my father retired just to get out of the house.
My mother was a terrible cook.
I enjoy the people I work with, the different backgrounds. Sometimes problems come up, but we get through it.
When there aren't enough people to do the work, it gets stressful. People get upset with each other.
If you're missing someone and you're down a worker that day, you know it's going to be rough.
But you take a deep breath and you get through it.
And the next day, you start all over.
A shift is 4 hours or 6.5. Union dues come out of our check. Full health benefits on every contract, even 20 hours a week. That's collective bargaining.
If there's a problem with the supervisor or a problem with working conditions, the union fights for our rights.
The union means solidarity.
We are the membership.
An attack on one of us is an
An
attack
attack
on
on
all
all
of
of
us.
Scene 8. It's the end of a school day, the end of a school year. It's late in the month of May, and we're back in the cafeteria. The school year marches towards final exams and summer break. Lunch Lady Courage makes a decision. They're not pink, you know. Pink slips. They're not pink. I've gotten one every year for the last 3 years, so I should know. Get a certified letter. It's white. So, thank you for your sympathy. So what will you do? Well, I can wait and see if I have a job here next year, or I can find a job somewhere else. And I'm leaving. This time I'm leaving. I came to say goodbye. I think of leaving. Sometimes I see myself in heaven, serving lunch to needy souls. Or maybe in hell, serving, what do they eat in hell? Hot Cheetos. Or maybe just moving someplace peaceful, me and my kids. Someplace simple, like in the old days, when you know your neighbor's name, where people live in peace. How are you feeling, Katrina? She's fine. It's just a little scar, not a disaster. Maybe she's lucky. I don't follow. How is she lucky? It's like with trees. It's the tall, straight ones that get chopped down. The ones with a little imperfection, no one bothers them. They get left alone to grow up, grow old. So, where will you go? I have a friend who's starting a charter, a small charter high school, and he offered me a teaching position. Congratulations. Thank you. Come with me. What? I talked to them about you. It's a new school. They need a nutrition program. But I You have ideas? Charter schools are like the test kitchen of education. There's freedom to try new things. Freedom to find out what works and what doesn't. I mean the union.
We're working on unionizing some of the charters.
Lead the way, Anna.
Try.
A good school is a good school, right? How about my children? Will they be welcome there? Maybe. There will be some sort of application process. I see. Your kids have some special needs, Anna. No one school is going to be right for every student.
I finished it.
You read the whole play?
I read the whole play.
That play, just in time.
What do you mean?
School ends next week.
I'm still going to write that book report.
I believe you.
Katrina! I've been telling her the story. She wants to know how it ends. It's not a happy ending, Katrina. You might not want to hear it. What happens to the daughter? The girl who doesn't talk. It's not a happy ending, sister. She does something amazing at the end of the play. She saves a whole village. She's a hero. The girl and her mother arrive at the outskirts of a village. The war has been going on for years and years. They roll their cart of provisions near the house of a poor peasant family. They're preparing to spend the night. Their mother goes into town for supplies and leaves the girl all alone. No, sister, she's all alone. At this point in the story, her brothers are all gone. Some soldiers arrive. They're preparing to attack the village. They wake up the peasant family. The girl comes out of the cart when she hears the noise.
We need a guide to the village.
I'd rather die than help you.
Show him the blade.
If they reach the village, they'll kill everyone in sight.
Our grandchildren are in the village.
Maybe if we give some sort of signal.
They would kill us right away. All we can do is pray. Pray, you poor creature. Even if you can't talk, you can pray. The Lord will hear you, even if no one else does. Heavenly Father, hear us. Have mercy on those in town and asleep. Please, please protect our grandchildren. Heavenly Father, hear us, for we are in your hands. Our farm, our family, our village are under your care, for we have nothing, and the enemy is in sight.
While the peasant family prays, the girl climbs a ladder to the roof of their house. She begins to bang a drum to warn the village below.
What on earth is she doing?
She's lost her mind.
Get her down.
She's gonna get us all killed.
The soldiers try to stop her.
Throw down that drum! I order you!
They threaten to destroy the cart.
If you don't stop drumming, we're going to destroy your cart!
But the girl keeps drumming.
I'll give you one last chance! Stop drumming! Keep drumming! Fire!
With her drumming, the silent girl wakes the sleeping village.
The silent girl sends a warning to her village.
Not with the sound of her voice,
but with the voice of her concern.
She takes a risk with everything she has.
To send a warning to her world.
Wake up! And I'm reading, and I'm thinking, damn, I'm not sure anything is that important to me.
If I could send a warning to the halls of my high school.
Wake up!
Notice things. Look around you.
Don't do things that drag you away from your dreams.
Shit doesn't get done unless you take initiative. Material things won't love you back.
Being Facebook famous will not get you to college.
Stay out, okay? Stop smoking weed.
We can learn a lot from each other. If I could send a warning to parents,
wake up!
If you don't let your child become their own person, then when the time comes and you are gone from this world, they will be lost.
Adapt or get left behind.
Listen to us and we'll listen to you.
Don't expect us to be perfect.
you don't have to beat us to hurt us. Words are enough.
If I could send a warning to the world,
Wake up! Care as much about your planet as you care about your phones and cars.
Never take satisfaction in someone's misery.
resolve issues without violence.
Create a city where we can walk down the street without having 911 on speed dial.
Seek and find the human qualities that we've forgotten throughout history. Gratitude, kindness, and the desire to aspire.
To those who doubt me, I will prove you wrong.
To those who look at me with low expectations, you will see that my zip code doesn't determine my ability to learn or succeed.
To those who judge others by how they look, or dress, or think, we won't let your opinions determine our path or our worth.
To those who battle every day.
Battle with ourselves.
Battle against depression.
Battle for motivation.
To those who are hungry.
For a closer family.
For wisdom.
For a diploma.
For money.
For a legacy.
For our dreams.
To those who are confused, or afraid, or lost.
To those who suffer from racism, or sexism, or injustice of any kind.
To those who are silenced by oppression.
Know that change is possible.
And that we cannot change without each other. I told you it wasn't a happy ending, Katrina. But it's only a play. I have some battles that I have to fight. And so do you. But my life is not a war.
When are you leaving, Leaf?
I didn't tell her.
No, you can't keep secrets from me.
It's okay, Mama. I'll be okay. Just let me try to make you proud of me.
What's the word, Queso?
Evanescent. Youth is evanescent, like the money in my pocket and the rainbow in the sky.
So, what do you think? I'm
Grateful for your offer.
Thank you. But I think my work is here, right now. I think I'll stay here. See you at lunch. See you all at lunch.